Hello friends, welcome back to Facts Around Us. Today let's discuss about some animals you may not have heard of. Nature is full of mysteries and surprises. Solve one and another comes. Somewhat like an endless James Bond movie, right? Some animals with their beauty would fascinate you, but some animals with their notoriety could make you jump out of your skin. In this video, let's explore some strange looking and behaving animals, past and present. Come on! Let's start off with the most dangerous bird, the cassowary, which is endemic to Australia and Papua New Guinea. It is a pretty unique bird with vivid blue face and neck, flowy black rear feathers, a red casque or helmet, long wattles, and of course the most fearsome, dagger-like claws on its feet. It belongs to the family of ratites, which include all of our giant flightless heavyweights like ostriches, emus, rheas, and the tiny kiwi. This is the third largest and second heaviest bird in the world. It's speedy too like a ostrich, but one thing is for sure, it has got a master's degree in kickboxing. The long claws in each of the inner toe of the cassowary's feet are super sharp and can cut your chest open. Their muscular feet with one kick can damage your organs in a bad way. And yes, this fearsome bird is even known to kill people, but it attacks only when they or their eggs and chicks feel threatened. So it's better not to meddle much with this blue monster. It is a marsupial like a kangaroo, but it looks like a dog with tiger-like stripes on its back. This is the Tasmanian tiger, also known as thylacine. It was the largest member of carnivorous marsupials, and sadly this doggy is extinct. The last of these Tasmanian tigers lived in Tasmania, a state of Australia, where it was together with the Tasmanian devil, an endangered species now. Hunting for meat, introduction of dogs, and capturing for zoos led to its ultimate decline. On 7 September 1936, Benjamin, the last of our thylacines, died from exposure. And this is the sad story of how the closest relative of wallabies, which is further related to kangaroos, the Tasmanian tiger, said bye. Don't be sad, here's another one, but this time it's not a kangaroo dog but a giraffe. It has legs like zebras and the body of a horse. This strange looking animal is the Okapi. It is also called the forest giraffe and it's the closest relative of a giraffe. They share similar characteristics, long black tongues which they also use to clean their ears and face, similar skull structure, etc. In fact, both of them diverged from their common ancestor 11.5 million years ago, when one lived in grasslands and evolved long necks, and the other lived in forests and got shorter necks. Just like some others, the Okapi is endangered and is now endemic to the forests of the Republic of Congo. Are you ready for another striped extinct animal? Yes, extinct. The quagga, a subspecies and kind of a relative of the plain zebra, is that extinct one. It belongs to the Equidae family, which includes equines like horses and zebras. It looks like a pretty mix of these equines, a zebra's front and a horse's back. Its last survival spot was in South Africa. This too, like a Tasmanian tiger, faced human interference which led to its extinction. Like our aforementioned tiger, the last quagga died in the zoo. However, the local people say that they have seen quagga-like animals in the open. Scientists are now trying to bring back quagga-like equines by crossbreeding horses and zebras. What would you think if there's a real cookie cutter lurking in the Bermuda Triangle? These are the cookie cutter sharks. They're known to have created fleshy craters on larger sharks, whales, and even small fish. They would first attach themselves to their meal using their lip suckers, and then the sharks would rotate around so that they can get a mouthful of flesh. Looking strange, huh? Think about a salamander with large finger-like gills. That's the axolotl, endemic to the Mexican waters. Of course, some of you might have seen someone similar to this in one of your favorite Pokemon episodes. Despite being called a walking fish, it is not a fish at all. Sometimes, axolotls would seem smiling at you, but isn't happy at all. The water pollution makes it critically endangered. Get ready to witness the world's ugliest animal. Some of you won't recognize the fish in this way. Well, this is how it looks in its natural habitat, deep sea places. But if it's brought to the surface, yeah, it's the blobfish. Looks like a fish with no bones and strong muscles, right? Well, this is because in their habitat, the pressure is just right for their bodies to function like a normal fish. But when it's caught at trawlers' nets, they suddenly start to deform and lose its scales, thus looking skinny and slimy. On one point of view, this also shows how a man would look if he had no bones and no exercise. Who isn't amazed to see a unicorn?
The graceful white mythical horse. Isn't it beautiful? Well, we have a real unicorn out of the sea. It's not a horse either, but a whale, the narwhal. This unicorn of the sea and its relative, the belugas, are the two living species of a family of whales monodontidae. It is iconic for its long spiraled ivory tusk, but instead of growing upright, it projects from the left of the narwhal's upper lip. Unlike their playful relatives, the beluga, narwhals don't like to breed in captivity, and this is endangered too.
Until now, we have talked about single animals. How about mixing and matching them?
You might have heard of mules, right? Yeah, they are the offspring of horses and donkeys. Similarly, there are countless other hybrids. Let's meet a few of them. Ligers, the largest living cats, they are the offspring of lions and tigresses. They grow larger than their parents. Tigers, these are offsprings of tigers and lionesses, and they grow to be smaller than their parents. Grizzly or Growler bears, hybrids of polar and grizzly bears. Jaglion, hybrids of jaguars and lions. Zebroids, hybrids of zebras and horses, donkeys or ponies. Beefalo, hybrid of cows and bisons. Cama, hybrid of camels and llamas, and a lot more. Most of these hybrids are sterile, that is, they can't produce offspring, whereas some like beefaloes and camas can reproduce, which is useful. Beefaloes are primarily used for beef production, hence the name, and camas are used for trade and wool production. And one more fun fact, cama is a hybrid of two continents, camels which live in Asia and llamas which live in South America. But you won't see tigers and lions hanging out in the same place, do we? It's because when they come together, they would always end up in fight, and that's why you would rarely see ligers hanging out between them.
That's not all, friends. Nature still has a lot of surprises. Moreover, I got a new list of desserts, so stay tuned for Nature's Weirds Part 2. Until then, stay safe and thank you.